Namaste everybody and welcome to Cities Skylines. This is Zalim Bani and here is our city of Fallpur. Last time we upgraded our national park to level 5 and our income was booming. Now this is a time that we should use that income to level up and upgrade few other things in our city. What I'm talking about majorly is these roads. We have dirt roads all across the city, but the houses have developed pretty darn well. And this is the area of high density zoning which we had placed last time. And that is also developing. It has got few buildings which are little high and it has started giving little downtown vibes. So now what I'll do is I'll upgrade all the roads from dirt roads to respective roads and I'll get back to you soon. Yeah, so this is it. We have upgraded all our roads. I have made these asymmetric roads for the main connections to the avenue so that they have dedicated lanes, and there are a few bike paths thrown in so that the bikers have some access. And in the industry area, we have industrial roads, and I've also upgraded these paths to the metalled ones, and I left a path there. Wait, I'll just sort that out. Bring that there, and one cross connection should suffice for this block. I'll try and not destroy that house over there. Okay, no, just too bad. I'm really sorry, whoever house that was. Yeah, so now this is the case of our upgradation, and our city has started looking like a city. Oh, sorry. So now what I have in mind is we need to develop two things, and for that we need to develop this industrial area, and for that we need to give the connection to our city. And this interchange over here, which is a three-way interchange, will not suffice our requirements. So we can download a few interchange from workshop, but where is the fun in that? So let's start with destroying this first and we'll develop a new one. So for this, what I'm doing is I'm running this in a higher speed. If any one of you guys really like what I'm doing or want to go deeper, you can slow down the video a little bit so that you have an idea of what is happening. But otherwise, this is a mechanical process, so that's why this is all in high speed. And once this interchange is complete, we will plant all the trees back again. But with this, it just gives us a little clearer picture on what we are going to construct. So I made a roundabout, and just this roundabout became little wobbly. So if a roundabout has any connections to it, then the roundabout remains round. So this is our roundabout now. I have used a 3-lane road over here and I am giving connections. It is kind of a double dumbbell roundabout interchange that I am chalking out over here. And now I'll just stop talking so that you guys can enjoy. Now the change is complete. I'll just finish off setting up the roundabout so that our interchange can function well. Once this is done, the next thing that what is this? Oh, it's sorting out itself. Fine. Need not worry about that now. So because we have given that roundabout over there, we have this space remaining, and I want to utilize this space for more housing and commercial. So we'll just extend this grid a little bit till that roundabout so that we have more space. And I was thinking, in the terrain like this, either you find a space and that space you utilize for housing and commercial and industry and stuff like that, or I just sat and thought about it, and I thought it's a good option to utilize all the large spaces for stuffs like transport hubs, interchanges, and utilities which actually require these spaces, like an airport or a train station, because these things you cannot place in a restricted area. You need open area to place these things. So from here on, I think we'll be utilizing these wide open spaces in that way. Now for this grid, what I'm trying to do is, the grid which we had made earlier, I want that to continue, and just to make that thing, it's taking a bridge section, I'll just lower it to the ground, and now we'll take this road straight, I think parallel to a avenue from here onwards, so that we can have a better zoning area available. So that's not a very neat connection. Let me just sort it out with the move it mod. Just so slightly, press alt, it straightens out. Yeah, nice. So now what I was thinking is, we had these earlier roads placed, so, and they were the straight roads. So we'll continue these straight roads all throughout the grid, and that will give it a little change. As such, we don't have any proper grids, so why not use the same formula over here? And this is not accepting straight. Let me just get rid of any snap tools. I think I'll eyeball it now. That looks pretty straight. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll just finish off this block. And we have a geometric grid over here, but there is this one road which is coming off in between, going swooping in its own way, and it adds a little character to the area. I like it. I think this, should it be there? I don't think so. No, I think we'll keep it like that. We'll add in a little zoning area, but before that, now because we have made an interchange, I think we'll use the intersection marking tool to just give that finish to the interchange once, because if that is not done, then it looks little bit half done and half-hearted effort. So we'll just join these ends by the solid lines, and this is pretty good tool. In the detailing, if you want to do, you can do it very well. We can add these dash lines and solid lines, and it adds in a little character to your city, and it's pretty easy to use. So now that we have given those lines wherever they are required, we'll shift this line a little bit. I think I'm pressing the wrong button. No. Get it? Oh no, that is a different thing. This is selection of area, and let me just read it. Yeah, control it is. So we click it, hold control, and then just shift it a little bit so that the lines match. Yes, look at that. And now for filling up the area in between. So what this helps us to do is the area which the vehicles are not supposed to go. Like in real life, we see some hatching, some pavements, or there is an island in between the road wherever there is intersection. Before that, we'll just save this marking as a 3-way to 2-way. Wait. Yeah, you press Alt, you select the area where you want to do hatching, and it gives out, it has other options as well. Like this is chevron, you can turn it if it's not coming up correctly. So I think this should look fine. This is how it is. Then we can even change the spacing between the lines. We can change the offset that it has. You just have to hover your mouse and roll your mouse wheel and it does the trick. It's not that difficult at all. It does it for you. So it's not tedious, it's not drawing and painting. And after you have done that, you can just save it as a preset. To this we'll give a 3-way to 2-way intersection. Yeah, done. And we can save this preset and give it to any other interchange. And now this intersection, this is a 2-way to 2 single ways. So we'll just add in our solid lines. We'll add the island in between and we'll again mark it. Press Alt, select these 3 corners and we give the pattern. This is chevron, then we have pavement, we have solid, we have grid, we have grass. But for now I think chevron will do. And we'll save this also as a preset. 2, 2, 1. Yeah, done. And now it's again just a mechanical thing. You keep on selecting the intersection and keep pasting those presets over there. Just like that. And it's done. See? And I think it's done. All our intersections are marked, detailed. It's looking nice. Yeah, so that's the distance from which they are visible. So this is our interchange. It's a double dumbbell, I think. What's the name? Now what is remaining is I was thinking that I got the new content creators pack of bridges and train stations, other stuff, and this interchange surely does require this highway viaduct, its name is, I suppose, just to give it a little oomph. Yeah, and I am not happy with this slip road. Somehow the game chose to build a bridge section for this slip road. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this move it mod, press shift and select all these nodes, and I'll select this option to object height so that the terrain levels up to this road. We'll select the slope object, just slope it smoothly, and then I think we can now select the road tool. We'll put on an arcade and we'll select this to the ground and update this. Yeah. So now this has become a normal slip load. That finishes our interchange. Now, this interchange is a custom interchange. It is meant for our city only. I know there are few things which are required because few lanes are not turning smoothly and it's not a symmetric interchange, but then we picked up on from what it was available and we did that. So the next step, what I was thinking to spend our money on was to use this space as a transport hub. Now, transport hub in the sense that I want it to be a transfer hub where all kinds of public transports meet up and people can change their bus lines, people can change from bus line to a metro line or maybe from metro line to a train line. So this will be kind of a hub where all types of transportations reach. And this is pretty central location. We can then develop our public transport in a better way, spreading all across the town from here. And if there is a transport hub over here, then it will help us to add in, I don't know if we'll be able to add airports, but maybe add in harbor and train stations which allow tourists to come visit from outside, and they all may be separated in different areas and can reach here and be spread out again into the city from here. That's what my plan is. So I've selected this bus metro hub and this train metro monorail hub. Now these two transfer hubs are available with us for now. So we'll add in this road so that we can add this train metro monorail hub just in this center over here, and along with that we'll just straighten this out and add in a bus monorail. Yeah, bus monorail hub. Just think. This has to be eyeballed again. I think that should do. Yeah, that looks fine. So we have various bus platforms in this hub and other means of transport. Now the challenge is to get all these to fan out from this area. Because we have already built, it will be little difficult to take all these lines from here to the left of the map. If it makes any sense to you guys, what I'm trying to do. So I've added this one train line over here, connected both the platforms, and I was thinking that we can go subsurface because it will be very difficult to take a train line from between the city, and we'll add in this tunnel for now and we can think of taking it elsewhere later. And we'll take this monorail track and we'll take this down below to here so that we can cross this avenue here. I know it looks pretty odd that a monorail line passing through the nature reserve, but then in my defense I would say that this line is very close to the city and it can be part of that reserve just for that area. It's close to the road, so it's not that grievous crime, I would say. And we'll leave that monorail line till there so that whenever we have a place to expand, we can take that line ahead to that area. And for the trains, what I was thinking that we can have all these lines then spreading across north, south, east, west. Now it's a little challenge to take the train line But first what we need to do is to add a road. Now I don't want to add a road. We need to add this, connect this road to a train hub. So what I was thinking is we have to get rid of these monorail tracks. We'll place this road pretty straight. Can I get a guideline from here? No. And I think I'll not be able to connect it as well because of the train track. Go till that place, and here we'll go till this place. Define this area. Then we can take this road. There, we'll connect it. And I think this road is too wide. I want to downgrade it to a 2-lane road. And for this, I think we have the right mod. This is touch this mod, and we'll just click it on the road so that it unlocks that road, and now we can upgrade it, or downgrade it rather, to a smaller road. And it's done. Now I'm not expecting any traffic other than the buses over here. I'm not planning to add any other zones like commercial on this road at least. So I'm keeping it a small 2-lane road. And we'll connect this to an avenue this way. It's fine, I suppose. And then we can take this monorail track. We'll have to get rid of that track again. Yeah, and this is all planning phase. We are not adding any lines, we are not adding any more monorail stations or train stations for now, because we are not that big. We are just 6,500. But in my personal opinion, if we need to expand, we need to have some kind of infrastructure ready. So if we have that infrastructure, it will be less destructive in future. We'll not have to destroy a lot of houses or buildings in future that way. Now when we added this monorail track, I think we destroyed a power line, and there is no power coming to this side of the town. Correct that right now. Yeah, that way it can cross the monorail track and it can transfer power. It's fine. Yeah. Now back to a hub. I think this metro monorail and this monorail bus hub, we need to give the connection to the other side also. And we already have this connection of the monorail, and what I was thinking that we need to have a connection to the train line also, somewhere around here, somewhere close by to this bridge. We just want that connection to leave it till that place for future utilization. And this is going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to try my best to do that. Now this is requiring lot of jiggling. I don't know, this is getting really out of hand, and the result is also not that exquisite, interesting. Now if you do something, then and if you spend effort and time on it, then I think you should get the result in that way. I'm still try to do make this better. I'll try and do something with it and see whether this will work out. I am not able to find a way. No. What I want is to have that tunnel coming out of the cliff face and directly head on to a bridge. Something which the Western Ghats in India have. There is a railway line called Konkan Railway. It goes from tunnel to bridge to tunnel to bridge in that way. It's just scenic and interesting. So now we'll connect these lines. We'll take this monorail track. We'll keep this track. We'll switch off an arcade. We'll take to the normal vanilla roads. Okay. And we'll have a straight road, a straight line road. So that this way. And we'll join this as small the game allows. I think there. Yeah. I think that should do it. We'll extend this again. And we'll take this as far as possible, as close to the edge, the boundary that we have till now. And we'll connect this monorail track also. And one return path that way. Yeah. Now I know that this junction is pretty small for the monorails, but because we don't have any monorails right now, I am not bothered about it much. So when it comes to it, we'll look into it that time. We'll just connect this and connect like this. Yeah. Now because we have the other dirt road, I don't know whether we'll be joining it or not. So that's fine for now. And now what we'll do is we'll just take all our bus routes at least to the bus hub. We'll select that line. We'll add a stop there. We'll select this line and we'll add a stop there. We'll select this pink line and we'll add a stop there. So all in all, the buses itself become self-reliant. Yeah, I need to give them water. Oh, what is that? Oh, the power connection which we had earlier that was broken and that had lost the power to the water tower. Fine, everything is fine. So just speed up the game a little bit. And yeah, this looks good. Now about this area, what I was thinking was we need to add in the zoning. We had designed this area for high density. Our intended usage also was high density, so we'll add in high density zoning over here. Now looking at the budget, I'm switching off this train metro hub and keeping this bus hub on. That was, the daytime was out of my control. So yeah. Now what I was thinking was, in the cities like this or towns like this, there is one transport service which is always there. That is this cable car. And because of the height difference, it has a very, very serious and helpful use. It's fast, it can climb down and climb up high slopes. So I think if we add a stop there and it's not connecting, can I use an arcade? But does it look okay? Let me see how the line goes. And it is going through the firehouse. No, that is not acceptable. We cannot allow that. So destroy this cable lines again. Before destroying, can we increase the height of this? Do that? No, I don't think so. It's just the pillar which is rising high. So no, we'll get rid of this. And it's not a suitable location. You cannot have a cable car going above a fire station or firehouse. No. So we'll just shift this end line cable car stop to this place, and we'll connect the line now. That is good. Now this is a clean connection, suitable for a cable car. And you'll see such cable cars all across the towns in mountains. It becomes a means of transport, and it also becomes a tourist attraction in reality. Yeah, and I don't think anyone is using it right now. It's too early, but in some time I think it will be used widely. And see, now we are facing these are good assets. They're really nice. Housing theme has worked pretty well. I like it. And we are facing problem of not enough educated worker. That reminds us that we need to see our services, and we are way below on education. We need to add an elementary school. Now this area we just added, so they'll take some time to be educated, but we need to add an elementary school to this area. We don't have any. Do we have any other option? This is university asset faculty. This is for university level education, I suppose. And we already have a community school in the other area. So for this place, I was thinking to have this modern elementary school, kind of a modern, just in the corner. Where does it fit? Okay, yeah, that should do. Now we have just crossed the threshold for elementary education, and we are low on high school education also. Now for high school, I think this is a better area. This is a little older area also. Yeah, so I think that's a fine place. We'll just switch on the anarchy so that we don't destroy that path, and done. Now we'll take that path and sort it out. I'm sure it's gone wonky. Yeah. So we'll grab the move it mod, and no, you don't want to get selected, right? Okay, so we just move the school a little bit. We'll grab that node, shift it, place the school back just so that it aligns. Now it also happens sometimes that when you use move it, then those things stop working. So you have to be wary of that. Sometimes, but it happens. Now we need to rationalize this slow. Just grab these three nodes in between. Okay, tree need to move. Oh, just the tree. Yeah, move the tree. We grab these three nodes and select slope object. Yes, and now that node is a little problem, so we take the node controller mod, slope that node, and done. Yeah, now that's a steep climb. Pasina niklega. Sweat it out, yes. And now our rock climber is not visible, so we take this portion again, use move it mod a little bit, I think, and yeah, he's visible now. Okay, so now that's sorted. I think that should satisfy our schooling needs. And now we have to look at this interchange, and oh, it's backed up. I don't know. Let's just check whether this roundabout is set up properly. Yes, it is, and this one is also set up properly. Then I think, oh, they're merging there. We haven't told them to stick to the lanes, so we just select these guys to go on one lane, and you guys can take this lane. That should do. And now this roundabout, if we lower its speed a little bit, 50 should do, it will accommodate more cars. That should be fine. Then all this will sort out. I think we added all this zoning, we upgraded the high density. I think this will sort it out itself. The traffic will sort out, I'm sure. But just to be sure, I think it's the right time to check the lanes and other such stuff for this interchange so that we don't get this problem again. So we'll again select this lane selector and we'll tell them to stick to their lanes. And I think we can use Control S so that these guys automatically connect. And for this, it's not required, but it's okay, fine. Now I've opened it, so we'll do it. Otherwise, those lane arrows are fine over here. Now, again, where these guys are merging, we'll just tell them to stick to their lanes. Stick to your lanes, that's it. Yeah, here we'll have to give dedicated turning lane, I think. Now this is a problem. We have 2 lanes coming to 3. So ideally we should have 5 lanes on this side. But I don't think it's going to be that much traffic. If it comes to that, then we'll add in a few lanes and that's not a big problem. But for now I think this should suffice, so that the innermost lane automatically goes for the through traffic. And here we'll give dedicated turning lanes. Here you already have dedicated turning lane. This side they're merging, again we do the same thing. We tell them to go where they want to. Now this side actually it's not a problem. Again, if you see the lane arrow, it's in the correct direction. For this side it's just dedicated turning lane. Here you require one, that's fine. Here we'll have to tell them which lane to go to so that they merge in without any crossovers. Yeah, so again the innermost road gets the through traffic. Now I realize those lane marking, intersection marking is a bit wonky. We'll get it done. But I think now our traffic should get through properly. Now this side I think we don't have dedicated turning lanes. Yeah, you guys need to have those so that you don't block everything else. Yeah, you have, it's there this side also. Yeah, अब ठीक है. And I think now we have sorted out that traffic problem, and this remaining backed up cars, I think they will sort out themselves now. It just requires some time. That's it, I suppose. Now with this area, we left it as it is. Now we need to start zoning in, and I think we'll continue with a high density residential over here. Now we don't have that much demand for residential, but I think in this area we have designed it or planned it that way from earlier also, so we'll keep that. And plus we have to start our industry, so we'll require unemployed people to work in our industry, so keep things zoned seems a pretty good idea. And we'll just remove these old commercial zoning and replace them with residential, because now that area is no more close to the avenue, and I think it will develop into a good residential area, satisfied residential area, I suppose. And so today we planned for our industry. We can now have an avenue or a collector going through this bridge, which we'll have to construct to connect our forestry industry in future. We have our transport hub or transfer hub, I would say, ready whenever we require. We have left the space and designed and chalked out those things, and you can see money has dropped a lot in this episode, and I think we just need to wait now and see what happens next. We just need to wait for our population to increase so that we reach the next level and unlock more things. And yes, we, after a little wait, we reached the population of 9,000 and we are big city now, and we have campus available. And I think they are crying for electricity and we are quite short of it. Now we can increase our budget, but I think it's time now that we add in one more power plant. And I like this solar tower. It creates a lot of electricity, and I think this would be a right place for it also. It will be the first thing people see when they reach the hub. And now to see what we created today. Enjoy. And if you like my content, please leave a like. It means a lot. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So please leave a like, please comment whatever suggestions you have. Be kind please in the comments, and subscribe the channel, and please press the bell icon if you want the notifications for any further videos which we'll have here. Thank you and see you.